Alright, let's go live. Let us go live. Oh, that's right. This doesn't do streamer mode automatically yet because Discord doesn't recognize meld. It's not letting me collab with you. So sorry.
Go live.
I'm already live.
Oh, you are? Okay, it just hasn't
Been
popped out
live.
yet. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Where are you? Where are you?
Stop being scrubby.
I feel like I just saw you. Where'd you go?
Don't be a scrub.
There Hims is.
Turn off the virtual cam because I don't need it.
Something went wrong. Please try again. Something went wrong. Please try again. Oh, let me try it here. Never mind. Do I need to hang up with Discord now?
I
I
I don't know.
I think so.
Well, we're gonna see. Alright, so there's my camera. There's my camera. Yes. Yeah.
That off real quick.
I don't think you have to turn your camera off and
Checkmate.
over. Yes, just turn on your virtual cam.
Oh. Oh, it does give me that option. Well, then hold on. I did not see it. Oh.
The thing. This is the thing. This shit is so confusing.
Boom.
Welcome to the podcast. I guess we're just trying to figure out what the fuck we're supposed to be doing and how. Are you going to share your camera, sir?
Copy the browser source any session. Where do I put this?
Tell me about it. Oh, and yeah, it is doing the thing. All right, so I'm having streamception. This is really fucking with me right now.
Oh shit. So just put a new scene and just put a browser source, I'm guessing.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Let's
Actually,
find
where did I
out.
just put it? Did not mean to do that. What did the scene?
Okay. Browser source. It's kind of fucked that they don't give you an option to do this before you go live.
Yeah. Why can't I paste this now? Anywhere. What the shit?
Control V. It no work.
No?
Oh, now I can see it.
Uh, Where's your camera, sir? What's the point of doing this if you ain't got nothing to be showing?
Flip the
Hello?
screen. Oh no, I'm gonna have it on in a second. Hold on.
Thank you. I am shaking my head at you, just so you know. Quite profusely, I am shaking my head at you. It was your fault. Yes. I got so much shit on top of each other. It's dumb. You know what? I'm dead ass about to duplicate this scene and make another one. Cause that can go. Fucking. Let's see. What else can go? Bless you. If you do what? Well, goodbye, Blake. It was nice having you. Nice knowing you. I don't know what the hell he did, but Blake and Blake, ladies and gentlemen. Is he still here? I don't know. The world may never know. So, are you? Did you take your? Did you take your webcam completely out? Did you take your webcam completely out? Also, like I told you, I'm using Meld. I'm using Meld, so it does not. It's not OBS. Meld is not OBS. If you have Meld, this is the my main gripe. This is my main gripe with Meld. If you have more than one camera active in any scene, shut up, because you ain't even give it a try. I don't want to hear it. You ain't even give it a try. You giving up. You was giving up at download. Your PC trash. That's why. Nobody told you fill your memory bank with porn. Okay. Nobody told you do all that. Nobody told you to go save the girls Reddit. Kitty. Mike check. Can hear you. Can't hear Blake. Okay. Where am I hearing you from? I'm hearing you. Okay, so I'm not in Discord because I don't have an audio track for you.
It's coming from that little window.
There you go. I didn't have an audio track for you. I'm using Meld. Meld splits the audio. You're operating on OBS rules. This is not
Okay.
OBS rules. At least not yet. It's still in
I
beta.
know, which speaking of, I don't know if
Still in beta,
ew,
unfortunately.
I can hear myself late.
All right. So, do we have audio stream? Yay, nay, maybe so. Now we have
Yeah, probably
voices. Okay.
doubling.
I don't mind. I don't know why you would be doubling.
Yeah, because I'm talking and then I'm hearing myself 10 seconds later.
Because you're listening to your own stream.
Which, if I'm trying to have a conversation, it's not going to happen.
Stop listening to your stream. Oh wait, that's why.
Now talk.
I'm not in the my
Oh,
mic
you're
isn't in the
muted
call.
up here. Hold
That's
on.
why. My mic is not in the call.
Wait, how do I unmute you? The fuck, I didn't
You
do that.
don't. I do.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the fuck.
I
Like, I
forgot
didn't do
that
that,
I forgot that we left Discord because I still hear you like you're
bro.
in Discord. That's what I was
Why?
saying about
Why are
this
you?
feature.
Why are you yelling?
Why are
Stop
you
yelling!
yelling?
Stop yelling! It's not like you're yelling in a hallway or in a fucking cave.
Oh my god, I really do have to turn you down. You were like in the reds.
Yeah, you like that? It's what you wanted, bro. It's what you wanted.
Yeah, at a distance, not when you deep throat the mic like this. Now this is prime podcast activities, especially because KB forgot that his voice changer has been on, sounding like T Pain. And now after this commercial break, you can hear me normal. The stream is also brought to you by water, so is the podcast.
Check, check.
We do not have any sponsorships, so I'm not telling you what kind of water, but it's brought to you by water. Drink your water, and then mind your business.
I don't have any fucking sound.
What are you talking about, bro? We have sound. I got sound.
Not in OBS. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. Which that's gonna take 2 seconds. Add desktop audio and mic.
Oh yeah, you're not broadcasting nothing right now.
I'm not even broadcasting the. Oh no, I'm broadcasting us, but yeah, there's no sound. That's what I was trying to fix. All right, that's what I was trying to look to see if it was working right. It is not, so I'm gonna fix that.
Let's see.
So where is my input? There it is. Add source. Focusrite. It's already in there, and it's already leveled out properly. So there we go. Now they should be able to hear me.
Yeah, the Twitch collab feature, it was built around OBS and pretty much not any other software, like whatsoever.
That's fucking right. That's fucking right. Stop changing shit. Just fucking live in the
Stop
old
being an
shit,
old
bro.
man. Stop being an old
No, fuck that. Fuck
fucking senior
change,
citizen.
bro.
Fucking senior citizen. Go back to your assisted living. Just, you late for your diaper change
Shit.
and your sponge bath.
Shit. Shit.
Your stewed peas,
All right,
mashed
where's my
potatoes.
desktop audio? Video capture, game capture, alert box, chat box. Shut the fuck up.
Chat, can we get a one in the chat if Blake is one of the olds? Drop a three in the chat if you think I'm one of the olds.
It's definitely him, bro. He's so ornery. He's like a fucking old man.
Yeah. If they ever decide to do a reboot of Grumpy Old Men, I'm auditioning.
There we
I'm
go.
auditioning. I
Now
don't
I
give a
have.
shit. I don't
Now
care
we have
which
true
role.
audio.
I don't care which role I would have to audition for, whether it be John Candy or not
Grumpy old
Candy.
man too.
Uh-huh. No, it would be the the remake of Grumpy Old Men, Grumpy Old Millennials.
Reboot. Isn't it Grumpy Old Man? Is that the one where they? Oh no! I'm thinking
Walter
of the.
Matthau, that's who I'm thinking of. Walter
Yeah,
Matthau and John
I
Lennon.
know exactly what movie you're talking about.
John Lennon. Can't believe I. Oof. Forgive me, you comedians of old. I'm probably gonna sound a little lightweight, racist, just a little bit. I'm sorry. White actors all blend together after a while to me.
Wow.
They all become that white guy. That white guy in that
Now let's
one
talk
movie.
about. Now let's talk about this on the reverse side. I would get in trouble.
Yeah, it would be a whole problematic thing. Like on the flip side of it is like, all right, there's some distinctions, okay?
Black is very. Blake is very quiet, like he's far away. Shouldn't be, dude. My OBS is like loud as
No,
fuck.
he's not. I have his level turned way down on my side.
Okay, I was about to say I shouldn't be, bro. My shit's like almost hitting the red on my end.
Yeah,
Come over to my stream.
yeah.
Everything's loud as
The
fuck over
re-
here.
the whole fact of why he was in the red is why I turned him down anyway. Cause what the fuck is at my door?
Dude, I heard your doorbell. Wait, is that my doorbell?
No, that's mine. I don't know who the fuck is
Oh
at my
yeah, no, my
door.
dogs
Why?
would be losing it. Be like,
Like
sir,
right now?
your podcast is all loud. Okay. We need you to calm the fuck down.
In the middle of this, I'm not answering the door. Whoever
You
it
don't
is
have a
is
ring
fixed.
doorbell?
Mm, no, because I don't want to talk to them.
Anytime I'm streaming, I got the fucking cams up. So if anybody tries to walk up to my house or something, it's like, go away. Ain't nobody see the wizard, no way, no how.
Like, I am busy. I am recording. If y'all don't want to get cut down with the quickness
Busy.
of the Batosai, I need you to vacate my premises.
All right, where's browser source? Where is you? I know you're here. What?
All right, sorry for the lull, chat.
Yeah,
Blake went
yeah,
down
yeah.
this
Sorry about that.
rabbit
I'm trying to
hole.
figure something out too on my end, real quick
I'm
here,
trying to figure out
real
my
quick, Mike,
libations. I don't know what Blake is
with a
doing. I'm not even
quickness.
looking up. I'm not even looking up
I'm
because
just trying to fix the background behind our thing. That's all.
I
If
already
I
know it
even
ain't gonna be
can.
with the quickness. I already know it's not gonna be with quickness.
Shut up.
Be done with this bowl by the time he's done. By the time he even gets started, I'll be done with this
All
bowl.
those actors look. No, it's fine.
They do look at the same. What do you mean? That one white guy and that
My
one
girl said.
TV
My
show?
girl said. My girl said the reason she doesn't like. She thinks Anthony Mackie's eyes are too far apart.
Just a bit. Just a bit. He's a little
They
bit
are, bro.
cockeyed if you haven't paid attention.
Bro.
Bro is a little bit cockeyed.
there was there was
No
some
no
pictures
cap.
of
I'm not even
people
trying to be facetious.
spreading.
He's actually a little bit cockeyed.
They spread his eyes apart just a little more, and he looked like the dude from fucking Slots from fucking Ice Age. Fucking leprosy. Oh my god.
Hey, I
There's
hope my
my
wife is
browser
watching. I
somewhere.
hope my wife is watching right now. I do. Because my craw is boiling. My craw is boiling for lack of communication. Because I just texted her asking, "Are you expecting somebody at the house?" And she said that the delivery for possibly a new bed frame. When were you gonna communicate that we were even expecting a delivery of that magnitude? That's a delivery that requires me to be out the house,
All right. All right.
or
All
at
right.
least out of the room.
We're gonna switch over from lore masters to marriage podcast. Hold on.
What are you talking about? See, no. This is why I didn't ask you for any commentary because you're gonna start some shit that gonna end a certain way, and then I'm gonna have to come down to Houston and find your ass to beat your ass on
If that's
principle.
what it takes for us to hang out.
No, we ain't gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna just be beating your ass on principle. Ain't gonna be no hanging out. No, you start some shit that lead to a divorce. That's your ass.
No, in the marriage podcast, we were just discuss our marriages, but no, I don't. Nobody want to hear about all that. Where is properties? There it is. Bam. And then you need to go down here on the very bottom.
All right, Blake, entertain
Nice.
them. Let me go see if this is just a standard delivery or if somebody needs to come up in my house. Because if they need to come up in my house, you, no, you're just gonna delete the boxes.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Bro?
Okay, I think that'll look better. We might have something here. I think we're cooking with grease now. Oh, cool! And even has our little names under. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right there. That is nice. Let me do a test on this end. Test. Okay, cool. I can hear him. Y'all can hear him. Okay, cool. I can hear him. Y'all can hear him. Everything's good to go. Now we have this set up for future things. Good to go. Maybe he'll stop using Meld next time and just have his webcam up so I'm not over in his thing all weird. But until then, this is what y'all get.
All right.
Just gonna move my webcam
So
up
hold
and
up
fuck
bed
this
frame.
shit up. There we go.
Dang, it's heavy too. I almost slipped a disc lifting it.
Damn. Got that
The thing is,
good bed frame.
it no. The thing is, the box is very deceiving. The box is incredibly deceiving about how heavy it is. Right? Like I'm lightweight out of breath. It is incredibly
It's called
deceiving.
out of shape, my guy.
I'm super out of shape. I'm
all that fucking Jedi Knight training in this fool's out of shape, bro.
I'm usually training with old dudes and kids.
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
get
Right?
to
You
do
can't go like.
actual. I don't get to do actual training like I want to. I really don't. Like, all right, so let's actually pivot to that. So I've been with the Saber group for coming up on a year. All right, and in that time, like when I joined like right after their convention run. So they had already done some conventions, a couple performances, so on and so forth. I thought that's what I was getting into. Since the holidays rolled around, yeah, it's been feeling more like we just what the fuck did you do, Blake? Always
I
touching
didn't do anything.
shit.
I was looking at the settings while you were talking. You're good. Seeing what all this does.
Layout options, settings. Yeah, go ahead. Since you're training,
Yeah, since
Let
the
me
holidays rolled
interrupt you.
around, it's been nice hanging out, but like I'm the farthest, like in the entire Saber group, I live the farthest away. Okay, I live damn near
Oh,
40 minutes
really?
away from the park and from any of their houses. So the fact that we just keep meeting and just fucking around, literally just fucking around for like 3 hours at a park and not really doing anything, not really getting much done, that's been really not sitting right with me. It's been irritating the shit out of me.
Well, your
It's,
patience is better than mine, dude. Because I would have told them to fuck off already. So I would have been like, guys, if we're not doing shit, like, I'm just gonna go teach my own lightsaber class online and not leave the house. Can all just.
I mean, I'm already knighted and like I really could start up my own club. I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
want to. Like this is I like who is here. What I don't like is the fact that we just keep meeting up for essentially nothing. For essentially nothing.
Yeah, that isn't. That sounds like a waste, dude. Especially of time, gas, money, energy.
It is
No, I.
like, where's the lesson plan? Where's the like? All right, we're meeting. Are we just meeting to hang out? Because if we are, like, we could dead ass hit up some games or link up on Discord or smoke some bowls and shit, play some games. If we just
Exactly.
hanging out, but if we spending gas and time and travel, motherfucker, we better be doing something productive. Like I better feel like I got something accomplished. And I haven't. I dead ass haven't. Like most I've been coming back with is fucking knuckle injuries.
Oh,
Cause
really?
yeah, cause I'm that bored during fights that I start getting distracted. Like we're just doing the same shit over and over again, which I get. We have we have literally an elder now in the group. Yeah, he is the oldest and probably most experienced in martial arts, but still, all he wants to do is just fight. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to spar, duel, and on the level of which you would need armor for. That's cool. This group is more targeted for choreography, cinema shit, like making fan films, doing actual fan performances and shit. This group ain't the Saber Legion. Like this group
I
is
don't know.
not
I
the
think
Saber Legion.
they should definitely be learning maybe both though, just to play it safe. Because I mean, even when you're in choreography, bro, like you got to be able to take a hit. Because
Yeah,
sometimes you're gonna miss.
yeah. And
somebody
therein lies my
somebody's
issue.
gonna miss.
Therein lies my issue. We have just been fucking around with the concept of the shit. Nobody's been actually
Mm,
doing anything about actual teaching. Like we literally
yawn.
have just been fucking around. It's just been a bunch of nerdy adults getting together at a park, not doing much productive. Like if you've never
Well,
held a
first off, I
lightsaber
think there needs
before,
to
all
be.
right, cool. If you've never held one
I think
before, you're gonna feel accomplished. For those of us that have been doing this for a minute, I don't feel like I'm getting shit done. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm plateauing, if not getting worse. Like,
Well, for one, if y'all since y'all have so many members too, I think that there should definitely be moving to different parks in the area so it's maybe close for somebody else during, certain times of the month. Shit like that. So not everybody's having it because that may be the case. All these motherfuckers may live 10 minutes from the park and they're like, "Yeah, let's lollygag, man. I just came over to hang out for a minute. In fact, swing my
yeah,
lightsaber around."
but
You're
yeah,
driving
I
40
can't.
minutes, bro. That's
Yeah, I can't
not.
afford to just lollygag for shit. Like, if that's all we're gonna, if
Yeah.
that's all we're doing, if that's all the desire is, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. Like, if that's the peak of where we want to go because of age limit, I'm I'm good. Our interests do not align. I need something more fulfilling. I need something that's
Like
gonna
I
actually
said,
make me feel like I'm becoming a better fighter, a better martial artist, better in fitness. I have not. Like, we've not done any fitness anything. I have actually packed on pounds since the holiday.
oh really?
Yeah, I've actually packed on pounds. And the shit, Like, I feel like if you're in an athletic group of any capacity, whether it be lightsabers or free running, whatever, any athletic club of any capacity, I feel like there should be a positive change in your physiology, not just plateauing and essentially getting fatter.
Yeah.
The shit that I want to do is going to require us to work hard. It's going to require us to hurt after class. It's going to require some sweat.
Hell yeah. No, I'm definitely I'm down with the swim, bro. I wouldn't feel like I got anything out of that class unless I at least broke some sort of a sweat or was at least a little sore the next day.
Yeah, like the thing that we would most be required and part that I would hate, running. Got to have that cardio. These moves require cardio. They require agility and strength. You got to have muscle control. You got to have build up the muscles to have that muscle control in the first place. You got to have the cardio to endure all these sequences. Do a full one take. A one take is exhausting. It is fucking exhausting. Like, on paper, that one take is thick. It is a deck of cards thick. On paper, that's how many pages is a one take. Every single move is scripted. Every angle
Damn it.
scripted. It is exhausting. Making movies is exhausting. It requires cardio. It requires endurance. And if there's no fitness aspect, I feel like what is the actual point? Like, yeah, there is a point, but what's the end goal? What's the end goal? Like, if the point is just to have fun, cool. Let's make that blatantly clear. Let's make that a blatant, clear statement. If the point is to learn choreography for the sake of making films and performances, let's make that blatantly clear. Let's make a blatant, clear statement. If we're training for combat and tournaments, let's make a clear statement about that and put some actual work behind that. If all we're doing every week is fucking around, not going over rule sets, not going over drills, fitness, endurance, the shit that actually the basics and fundamentals that actually keeps this thing moving, why are we spending the gas and time? For all that, we could be on Discord. Just fucking around. If we're just fucking around, We could literally be doing this over webcams on the internet.
Yep. Oh wait.
The in-person interaction is great. It's fantastic. I love it. Not every week if we ain't getting shit done. That's just my 2 cents on it. But no, we just did a what 35-minute just rant on shit. We did actually have
37
some.
minutes and 22 seconds. Oh
Yeah,
wait, no, you got to remember the first few of that minutes was us trying to figure out how to get everything.
for
A little bit, so maybe a 20-minute rant. But
we had some
yeah,
topics to get into.
I'm gonna do this real quick. Boop. You can't see it. Put a little BRB thing on it there. I'm gonna grab some water.
Didn't I tell you do that beforehand?
Yeah, you did, but then I got job focused and was trying to get everything set up, and then we started the podcast. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. You can keep them on. You can keep them entertained. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I put a BRB
rant.
thing in front of
No,
my
no,
face.
no. I ranted long enough. I did a whole 25. I'm good. Nah. If anybody's doing a BRB, it's me.
Right here, so. We'll put the intermission music on.
You paying for rights?
I was probably gonna add background music.
I'm not paying for licensing. Fuck that. I am broke. Okay, stream. I is broke. But on the docket for the podcast, not just today, but for this season, we're talking about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Season 1, speculations for Season 2. We're talking about the entirety of Season 1 of Skeleton Crew. Predictions for Andor Season 2, which is coming up later this year. Actually, later this season. I'm sorry. Gripes within the fandom, which I think we just covered one of them. I think it's going to be a regularly occurring segment. Gripes in the fandom, where we just talk about the different fandoms of comics, Star Wars, music, I guess, and the things that we see in the fandoms that bug us. Daredevil, Born Again, and the rewatch for seasons 1, 2, and 3 on Netflix. Continuity within the MCU and their respective TV shows and movies. Captain America, Brave New World. Speculations on that. Politics and artistic media, life imitating art. And as usual, we're just going to shoot the shit with some anime and movies. So that's what to expect on this season of the Punny Side podcast, subsequent of Lore Masters. So, while Blake is away, I'm gonna get us started with, I guess, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Um, can I pull up any graphics for this? All right, so your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, right? It is a series that I was actually reluctant to start and watch. Um,
Sorry about that, guys. I'll pee next time.
there were some comments made during the press tour for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man by the voice of Peter Parker slash Spider-Man, that made me not want to watch it. But watching it for what it is, being a show and nothing more. It wasn't the worst. thing in the world. But at the same time, I personally am beyond sick of Peter Parker in high school. I'm beyond sick of seeing Spider-Man origin stories. I'm sick of it. How many decades are we gonna keep Peter Parker a teenager? Like how long are we gonna keep our comic book it's superheroes really as teenagers? As fucking teenagers. X-Men Evolution. Logan was what in his 30s? Wolverine is 200 something years old. And X-Men Evolution had him in his fucking 30s. Teaching an X-Men made up of nothing but high schoolers. All high schoolers. Every Spider-Man show that has come out since the 90s Spider-Man. Damn near every Spider-Man show that has come out since 90s Spider-Man and 2001 Neil Patrick Harris Spider-Man show. Every Spider-Man since then has been perpetually teenager. Why are we keeping our superheroes as teens? Blake?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's more appealing. I guess I'm not sure because I mean I feel like they definitely should have aged by now. Like as long as we've been watching X Men, they should be like in their 60s by now. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna tell you, I think you might be doubling a little bit, but it's like buried in the background. I don't know what it would be from, but it's like barely there in the. I have no idea, but I was just gonna let you know. That's what I was checking for. I was listening to make sure our stuff sounds all crisp and clean. Voices are coming through good. Making sure it's not picking up Shy's TV in the living room too. That's what I was also checking for because it's kind of loud.
Nope, not my
But
mic. I am hearing something coming from your side though.
oh, you are. It's that TV. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go tell her to turn down, or I'm gonna have to shut this door. Hold on.
Just shut the door, cause yeah, I can definitely hear whatever's in the background. If you're saying something, you're not audible.
All right, yeah, there we go. All right then. So yeah, what we were talking about, how I don't know, they're stuck in bringing them back as teenagers and stuff. I mean, well, it doesn't. It makes sense the way that they continued it from the new series. What is it, 97?
X-Men 97?
Yeah.
Well, That's not a new series. It's just
It's a continuation of the one that we
Yeah.
watched as children, at least me.
yeah, but we're talking every iteration since 2001 Spider-Man series with Neil Patrick Harris. All those have been perpetually teenagers, high school, freshman, college, and nothing beyond that. No actual adult life where any of their stories actually take off. Like Spider-Man stories, all of his grandest escapades don't happen for him until he's in college. He's a grown adult at that point. He doesn't even get bitten as a spider until senior year, right before graduation. Supposed to be.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, the new neighborhood
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
they got this
Different
fucker
neighborhood
in
Spider-Man.
as a freshman in high school.
He's a freshman, right? That's what I'm saying. He's definitely a kid. For some reason,
They're
Norman
all
Osborn is
children. They're
helping him.
No, this is the fucked up part about the series. Like, this is why I said it's not bad, but so here's the fucked upness. So Peter, Nico, most of your main characters, all freshmen in high school. Then you got rich ass Harry Osborn. Mind you, this is New York City, okay? New York City. You can't drive in New York by yourself if you're 16. You can do that in the South. You can't do that in New York City. Disney has this trend that I really don't like of taking adult-oriented characters like Spider-Man, X-Men, Power Rangers, even stories and characters that are really actually oriented for adult slash mature young adult college level, but somehow they always get roped into being in a high school, right? Every Disney Marvel show, every Marvel animation show. DC does not do this. DC don't do this. DC has a nice even mix of adult characters and their teen characters. The young adult audience gets Teen Titans. They get Teen Titans because the age demographic is in the name. They really need to stop being Teen Titans. I mean, they actually stop being Teen Titans and just the Titans after a certain point because they age out of being teens. There's no point in calling them Teen Titans if most of your squad is in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And they was doing a whole lot of fucking. A whole lot of fucking. The fact that Starfire never ended up pregnant with a human hybrid baby is beyond me. Like, I don't know how she kept dodging that bullet.
I don't know what. I don't know if I watched the series that you're talking about.
No, it's not a specific series. It's the love story between Dick Grayson and Starfire.
I did see that somewhere because somebody, I think it was Barbara, or somebody comes to the door to like bring him something and like talk to him, and then Starfire answers, and then she pretends. I saw that clip somewhere, and then she goes, she sees, oh, hey, I'm here. Oh, can you give this?
That's straight from the comics. That's always been though.
And then. Yeah,
that's
and then
not just
goes,
a specific
and
scene.
then he literally asked her like, "Oh, who was that at the door?" And Starfire straight yelled and said, "Oh, wrong place," or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Because she doesn't know Barbara. She didn't have any connection to Barbara or any reason to know any of the other Bat family. Dick, the only reason Dick even met Starfire is because he was done with the Bat family. He wanted to be as far away from them as humanly fucking possible, so he ended up in Bloodhaven.
doing Teen Titan things?
Yeah,
Or
doing
no?
his own thing as Robin.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Titans series on Max and what was it, DC Universe?
Bro,
That
I think I
short-lived
need to
stream
finish
service.
it.
That series did a more accurate depiction of the subsequent years of Dick Grayson, transitioning from Robin into Nightwing. That did actually a lot better than any other show before it, any other storyteller before
Oh yeah,
those
I want to
writers.
finish that series because I
Like,
liked it a lot. Honestly, I liked that show.
and I'm
It was
talking even the
great.
animations. Even the animations that people hail so heavily, like you go into any Reddit, any Discord server that's talking about comic fandoms, they're like, oh my god, DC animation is so peak. Their stories are so peak. The fights are so peak. But none of them have an accurate depiction of Dick's transition from Robin, the trauma that he had to deal with, the PTSD that he still deals with, and that got him killed. His love triangle between Barbara and Starfire because Barbara wanted to be fucking Bruce. That shit wasn't even Dick's fault. Barbara decided that she wanted to be fucking Bruce. She wanted some old man
Oh,
Dick.
really?
She wanted some old man Dick. Bruce was not saying no.
I had no idea that they got together. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, they dated for a good 2 years. A good 2 years.
Who was she with whenever Joker?
She was with Bruce. Like she had freshly broken up with Dick, which caused him to leave Gotham. So he's nowhere to be. He's nowhere. He's Nightwing now. Like it wasn't a thing of Barbara and Dick dating and they had some big fight and it's like, all right, we're breaking up. Nah, they was together. Dick was loyal. He was a loyal college boy. Barbara Gordon is the daughter of a police chief, not loyalish, not loyal at all. Not none whatsoever.
Damn it!
Like
For the streets.
not necessarily for the streets, but definitely damn sure not loyal. Damn sure not loyal, and decision making skills horrible. Because how you go from dating a dude that's around your age, and then you turn around and essentially fuck his dad.
What did Gordon do to
Like,
her,
bitch,
bro?
what? Granted, all three of them was working together fighting crime and shit, and like when you on the battlefield, it's like heat of battles type shit. You basically fucked his dad. You fucked his foster dad. And
Yeah,
thought you
that's pretty
for ages, people have been letting Barbara Gordon off the hook with that shit. It is never set right with me. Like never. As from being a young kid to being in my 30s now, it will never sit right with me. It will never sit right with me because not only did she put herself in an R. Kelly situation, she put herself in the R. Kelly situation. Okay? We talking Barbara Gordon is 19, Bruce is 53.
Oh.
19.
That ain't right.
Dick is 23.
That
Dick
ain't
is 23, Bruce is 53.
It's not okay.
And Dick,
It's not okay,
apparently
Barbara.
Grayson wasn't hitting it right, so she was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see what your dad is hitting for middle of the night. Anyhow, we're getting way off topic because
Hell yeah, you are. She's so,
I
he
don't
is
like
so
Barbara
mad at
Gordon.
Barbara, y'all.
I don't
So
like
mad at
her.
Barbara.
I don't like her.
He's a Barbara
She
hater.
did Dick Grayson dirty in the most egregious fashion.
Dear Barbara, you are the scum between my toes.
Like, she did my boy so dirty. She did my boy so dirty. It's not even cool, son. Like, how?
So once again, Joker really wasn't the bad. No, I was playing. Anyway,
No, he really wasn't. He really wasn't. He really
like,
wasn't the real villain here.
see what you did to my boy Dick. See,
Like, he was the real villain for Batman because he deserved him. But for Gotham,
do it, Batman. I'm gonna do it.
no. For the Bat story, no. The real villain has always been Barbara Gordon. Always been.
That's crazy.
It's always been Barbara. Actually, it's two villains. Barbara Gordon and Bruce Wayne. Because Bruce should have been settled down with Selena Kyle from the get go.
Dude.
But nah, Bruce want to be a hoe, just like Barbara. Not giving a fuck who we fuck over, just like Barbara.
Dude, okay. He should have been with Catwoman. Spider-Man definitely should have been with Black Cat.
Yes and no. I'll get back to that. But keep going.
He was perfect for her, bro. No, I just really always wanted that to happen. That's all.
Same. Yes, that's why I say yes and no. Because there's actually new development with the new Black Cat. That's why I was blowing your phone up earlier. I did some comic research.
Well, while we're on that topic, go ahead and add that to the list then, real quick.
The little comic research. All right. So, if anybody in the chat has been keeping up with the Ultimate line of Marvel comics, namely Ultimate Spider-Man.
See, this really sucks, bro. If you were using OBS and we had this set up properly, we could just share screen.
What does that got to do with shit right now?
Talk about everybody flip through the pages of a comic online and be like, "Yep, see, this is what's going on, guys."
No, because are you the one that's gonna get all that together? Because I didn't. I'm not. I got 5 kids. Okay, I don't have time for that shit.
I'm gonna add that to the.
I don't have time for that shit. I got 5 kids and a pissed off wife who works in retail. Okay. I don't have time for no flipping pages bullshit. No, I leave that to Rob from Comics Explain. I leave that to him. He's the GOAT. Okay, Rob is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
Comics Explain is the GOAT. R.I.P. Benny Porter, comic historian. His channel's still the GOAT. Okay. I'm not even going to try and touch what they do, what they've mastered. But in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, right? Little backstory synopsis on who Ultimate Spider-Man is. There was a sort of Flashpoint convergence event that kickstarted the new Ultimate Universe. Basically, evil Franklin Richards, aka evil Reed Richards, I'm sorry, aka the Maker, remade the entire Ultimate Universe, blipping all soups, all enhanced from the timeline. Tony Stark, Iron Lad, went through time, which was only a span of a few months, so it was easy. Went through there trying to correct history. Accidentally creating a villain out of John Walker, but pretty much set everything else right the way it was supposed to be. Difference this time is Peter Parker is in his 30s. He's a well-accomplished scientist, married to Mary Jane Watson Parker, host of her own podcast, owner of a private investigation firm, and she moonlights as a vigilante herself, okay? Without Peter even knowing. This is before he gets gifted the Picotech suit, okay? which is essentially a synthesized version of Venom, the symbiote.
Oh,
So the new Ultimate Spider-Man suit is a version of a Venom symbiote. And fast forward, Peter is just now learning his powers, like his spider powers. He's just now learning. He has spider sense. He's just now learning he has like the limits to his enhanced strength and so on and so forth. After Craven captured him and Harry Osborn is Green Goblin, and in this universe, those two work together. They're best buds.
who works with him?
Peter and Harry are best buds.
Oh, okay.
Harry is married to
Okay.
Gwen Stacy.
Oh,
Peter and Gwen never hooked up. They never even crossed each other's paths in this universe.
damn.
So, I'm actually not upset about that. That's a bit of trauma that Peter never needed. He didn't need that.
Unless it would have worked out, you know what I'm saying? Just one. in one
It
of
would
those
not, and it
universes.
never does.
Damn.
It never does. She's a police chief's daughter, and he's Spider-Man. She's already going through that same PTSD with her dad. It would never work out with him. That was the whole basis behind why Peter and Gwen ended the way they did in Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's how it would end every time. Because Peter's going to do what he's got to do with Spidey. He's going to. Gwen being the police chief's daughter, she's going to do what she feels she needs to for her boyfriend, for her man. She doesn't give a damn about him being Spider-Man. She doesn't. Like, when it comes to feeling, she don't give a shit about none of that. She doesn't care that she can't throw a punch that will actually obliterate a hole through somebody's chest. A perfectly sized hole through somebody's chest. Which is needed to fight anybody in Spider-Man's rogue gallery. Anybody. She don't care. She don't care that she doesn't have the training. She's not been in combat as much. She just will put herself in harm's way because of what she feels for her man. And that's perfectly all right under normal circumstances. Spidey ain't normal. Peter ain't normal. Okay? Peter ain't normal. If Peter and Gwen, long story short, ends in tragedy. PTSD every time. Every time. That's why Gwen is time displaced. Actually, she's universally displaced in the multiverse. Like, she's the only Spider Gwen. There's only one Spider Gwen. And she's the anomaly,
Oh,
just
really?
like Miles Morales.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Spider Gwen's Peter turned into the Lizard. And she accidentally killed him.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
She accidentally killed him. Her dad, at least in the version in Into and Across the Spider-Verse, and I think in some of the comics, but her dad is still chief of police, and she is New York's most wanted.
Oh hell.
She tries to maintain her position as a drummer in a band, but, PTSD and feelings with spider powers equals rage. So,
That no one can handle. There you go.
yeah. So, like, throughout the comics, you see her in and out of bands, moonlighting. She got a lot to deal with. She has a lot of baggage that she carries with her. Anyhow, back to the Ultimate Comics. Harry Osborn, married to Gwen Stacy Osborn. They got kids. Peter Parker, 30 years old. Actually, the Ultimate Comics start when he's like 28. So, basically 30. He's been married. Actually, no, I think he's in his 30s. I think it says. He's married, been married for some years now. And he has two kids. Two. One teenager and one young child in single digits. His daughter is the first one to figure out his identity as Spider-Man because she catches him raiding the fridge one night from him moonlighting as no label Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look up what that looks like.
Just look up Picotech suit.
Oh,
PICO.
Picotech. Okay. That
PICO.
can do.
Yeah, it's literally just black. It's just straight black. Nothing else. It's just a black leotard of sentient technology. So Peter gets gifted the Picotech suit. It is literally living technology. It's a synthesized symbiote. So it's kind of it's not exactly nanotech, which is why Tony calls it Picotech, because it's sentient. It's actually living. It's a living organism.
That looks cool though, kind of.
Yeah, it does everything that Venom would do.
It's pretty sick.
It makes a whole outfit for him. He never has to take it off. He can shower with it on. Make some clothes of whatever fashion, any sort
Yeah, so he
whatsoever.
doesn't even ever take it off. That's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to, but he does. He does because it's still Peter Parker. He's still skeptic Peter Parker. But relating to the Ultimate Craven comic, though, Craven's Last Hunt, Peter and Harry get captured by Craven, right? So fast forward a lot of events, Peter and Harry make a break for it, or they try to. Craven wants to hunt them, so he lets them loose, takes out their restraints, lets them loose. Harry then reveals to Peter that Harry don't exactly have to make it out of this alive. He has an insurance policy that was offered to both of them by Dr. Octavius at Oscorp. It was offered to both of them and their families. So the insurance package covers extraction and protection. So extraction if they cannot get themselves out of a situation, and protection for their families, including trained mercenaries, should anything happen to them. Peter declined this insurance package because he didn't want to tell Otto his actual identity. He wanted to just be anonymous. Like I said, we're still dealing with Peter Parker. Still Peter Parker, still skeptic. They're going through the hut, trying to avoid all the traps and shit, trying to set up traps. And Peter starts beating himself up about it. About the fact that, oh, damn, so you good. Like, you and your family good. Like, you got triple $billion death benefit, plus private army security and mercenaries for your family. You good. You and yours are good. Me and mine are fucked, is what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
because I wasn't comfortable revealing my true identity, because I was afraid of what would happen. I was afraid of not being able to protect my family and them not being able to accept me for revealing my true identity. I feel like if you in your 30s and you gallivanting and you already have a normal job, 9 to 5, that affords you a stable living to have 2 kids and shit in New York City, it is not going to be hard to put 2 and 2 together. Just like Superman, just like literally, just like Superman in the finale episode, actually the finale episodes, when he came out to the whole town of Townsville, yeah, not Townsville, Smallville. When he came out to the whole town, was none of them surprised. Hardly any of them were surprised.
Really?
Dead ass. Because it's not hard to put together. It's really not. You're a grown adult and you're an actual functioning member of that society. So much so that people pay attention to you. Like you've made a pattern. You've made an actual autopilot pattern that people expect you to be on. Right? You're holding down this job that has this pattern that people can track. And then they look, wait, you're here. I just saw Mr. Kent damn near get squashed. Oh my God, is he dead? And then 10 seconds later, after all the fighting is done, you see Kent come back. Like, weren't you just halfway across the world? Like, and he's trying to play it off like, what do you mean? I just went to my car. I forgot my wallet. Here you go. You good? You taking drugs?
Yeah, bro, you're tripping, man. He's gaslighting the whole town.
Gaslighting on an extremist level, son.
Superman, the ultimate gaslighter.
I'm saying, like, and that is how
Gaslight
Peter Parker
professional.
operates. That, like, as far as keeping a secret identity a secret, that's how Peter operates. He utilizes gaslighting. Like, if he can convince you that what you think is not what you think, his secret is safe. And for him, that's worth the loss of trust, the possible loss of a friend, all for the sake of, well, I gotta keep May safe. I gotta keep my family safe from my enemies.
Hell yeah.
But the Ultimate Comics proves, in every iteration, Peter Parker never forward thinks, all right, so you're making enemies of this caliber and you're making them give you their full undivided attention. You're making them give you their full undivided attention. That includes all their henchmen, all their information networks, that includes all their corrupt cops, all their corrupt government officials, everything they can to find you. In a digital age of public information, you don't think one of them's going to put 2 and 2 together? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's actually the easiest thing in the world, honestly. Like, Matt Murdock in Daredevil. There should be nobody in New York that can't piece together the blind lawyer with the same bruises as the Devil in Hell Kitchen. The blind lawyer who is the same son of the former Devil of Hell's Kitchen in the Ring.
No one is going to believe that a blind man is out here hopping off rooftops. Okay.
No, they ain't gonna believe it, but you damn Skippy, one of them crackheads done figured it out. I bet you damn Skippy, one of them crackheads figured it out and went right over to the Catholic Church like, I need repentance. I don't want to. You see him hopping from those rooftops, okay? I know who that is. I don't need him coming to find me.
I know who that is.
I know who that is. I know you know who that is. Okay? All of Hell's Kitchen know who that is. I don't want the smoke from who that is. Please take me in. Please take me in. I'll do the 12-step program. I just don't want to see him. He can't see, but I can feel him looking at me. I feel those devil eyes on my neck.
All right, so what did that have to do with? I thought we were talking about Black Cat, bro.
So Black Cat, in the Ultimate Universe, is 17.
No.
Richard Parker, aka Peter Parker's son. And also the current host of the Picotech suit, aka Dupla Peter, aka Synthavenom, aka sentient
Synthavenom.
spider suit. The thing is literally sentient and has full-on conversations with everybody as Peter.
Oh hell.
Yeah, it gets so creepy that Richard deadass acts blatantly, and he says it straight up, no uncertain terms. All right, so this is creepy as shit. I need you to stop showing up as my dad. Like, you're not him. The fact that you keep putting on his face is creepy as shit. I need you to stop. I don't care whose face you put on. Just stop putting on his. Okay. Matter of fact, go back to looking like a damn suit. Just go back to looking like a flapping piece of fabric. All right, I don't need to see a humanoid looking like my dad, knowing full well my dad is still alive, trying to get his ass back into the city. Stop this creepy shit. I know you don't understand the concept of creepy because you're not a human, but stop. It's creepy. And this is coming from a 14-and-a-half-year-old Richard Parker.
So Richard Parker is Peter Parker's son in this universe. Is that what you're telling me? Wow, they didn't fuck that whole timeline up.
No. They also never have yet to go over Peter's life before getting gifted the Picotech suit. So we don't know what actually happened to May, Ben, Richard and Mary.
Or if they even exist.
Or if their names are the same. Their names could have been totally different because this is mind you, this is a Peter that has had a whole stable life, a completely stable, normal life up until that point. And it's his wife that's been gallivanting as a vigilante, not him.
Well, we've covered some of that. Let's see.
But yeah, Black Cat in the Ultimate is 17. Richard Parker is 14 and a half. The latest issue of Ultimate Spider-Man ends with a bit of flirting, okay, between Black Cat, Felicia Hardy, and Picotech Spider-Man, aka Richard Parker.
Okay, well they're kids. Okay, you made it sound weird at first, like she was 17 and Peter Parker was 30, but those are two kids.
Yeah, and she's not after Peter. She's talking to
Yeah,
Richard.
you know what I'm saying, Richard.
Yeah, she doesn't even know about Peter.
Damn.
Like, this is Black Cat's first encounter with Spider-Man, so she thinks, at this point anyway, that Spider-Man is Richard Parker and not Peter. She doesn't know about Peter yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the only people that know that Peter is Spider-Man is Harry and Harry's family and Peter's family. That's it. And Tony Stark, of course, because he's the one that set all this shit in motion. Tony is behind the scenes getting his back surgeried because he thought it was a smart idea to try and fight Ultimate Hulk
Oh my god. Why?
by himself.
Why? Why?
Long story short, Hulk gave Iron Man the Bane treatment.
Oh.
Broke his shit in half, paralyzed him. Like, and not the same way that Bane does Batman, just breaking his back on his knee. No. Hulk literally crushes him vertically.
Dear Lord, what?
He crushes him vertically in the suit. Like, like Tony looked like a crushed up straw paper, son. I don't know what made that boy think he was strong enough to fight the Incredible Hulk, the
Bro,
ultimate
he
Hulk.
had it, bro.
He thought he was that guy. He was not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Hulk told him, "You are not that guy, pal. Let me show you."
That's crazy, dude. What an idiot.
So yeah, Shelton crew. You want to start on that?
I feel like that's old now, man. We
It
could probably
is.
just briefly cover it and just glaze over it.
Yeah, it is. It's dumb old now, but it is the best Star Wars piece of media that we've gotten.
I liked it.
It's
I
yeah.
liked it.
To me, it's the best that we've gotten since Acolyte.
Thought it was.
Far better story. Far better story.
I really
and
wish
best.
we could have at least finished fucking Acolyte, like something. One more season could have knocked it out and finished it somehow. I guess.
I do like the Acolyte as on like
Haters.
as a whole, but I have some serious gripes with it that would make me not want a second season under the same management. But before we get into that, let's circle back to that. Skeleton Crew, for those of you that are unaware, is a Disney Plus Star Wars show centered around what, 5 kids? Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 kids, pretty much like a
Four
Power
kids,
Ranger team.
one alien.
5 kids, basically like a Power Ranger team.
One's a cyborg, I think. I don't.
They adopt an android or a droid from the pirate crew. They become their own pirate crew. They accidentally, well, let's just say they all accidentally stumble into a ship, and one of these children, who racks my nerves and my anxiety to no end, could not keep his grimy little hands to himself and decided to jettison them all out into outer space with zero navigation or any idea how to get home.
Yep. That's why you don't go pushing buttons, guys.
He didn't
First
even bother
PSA
looking
of the
for the
day.
instructions.
Don't just go pushing buttons, okay?
Yeah, they didn't even get to do
Especially
a
the
thorough
big red button.
walkthrough.
Don't ever push the big red button.
Never.
Ever.
You know, unless your ship is getting eaten by a trash compactor, then yeah, push the button, push the goddamn button, because that might be your only way to live. As we find out towards the season finale of season 1 of Skeleton Crew, that is how they survive. The ship that they are
It's
on,
quite a beautiful ship. It's fucking crazy, bro.
the ship they're on is actually is really beautiful. Throughout most of the show, it looks like a fucking garbage heap. But
Which we find out is just armor, apparently.
yeah, it's just camouflage. It's on purpose. It's on purpose.
And this
the ship is wearing a ghillie suit.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like they're gonna go more into that, I guess, eventually. That ship was specifically made of a certain kind of metal or something that could go through that field without being harmed too, which was crazy. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out more about that. Are they doing a season 2? Has it been confirmed? Is anything?
I didn't hear anything about season 2. There's
anything
fan demand for season 2, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay, good. As long as the fans are on.
But they did explain how it was able to get through the field. The ship that they were on is actually a Republic emissary ship from the old Republic days, pre-Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
Those force fields were designed and encoded to recognize emissary ships as friendly. So, like, those ships are supposed to be able to get through. They're supposed to get through. And if they don't, then you got a problem with your system.
Okay. I thought it was actually like the metal on it was like specific to
No.
that thing or something like that. But
No, the serial number is specific to it though, and that's what's tracked.
freaking pirate somehow got a hold of one of these and was like,
Yeah, like the series for me ends with more
and for that
questions.
too, like, yeah, where the hell's that guy at? You know, like where's that?
Yeah,
pirate
it
at,
ends with
bro?
more
Like,
questions than we got answers to, and that's the part that bugs me. I can't say it left a sour taste in my mouth, but it bugs me on a completionist level. It bugs me as a completionist. I need answers. Like we spent what,
like,
8
it didn't
episodes?
answer enough of our questions to where there. I swear to God, there better be a second season
There has to be.
because it's not one of those. Yeah,
There has
it
to be.
wasn't one of
There's
those things
too
where
many.
They left it to where it's like, oh, whatever.
There's too many questions left unanswered. Like, there's brief, vague mention of a female Jedi in tattered, raggy cloaks that taught Jon how to wield the Force. He clearly isn't that strong in it. He's not on Sabine or Ezra's level. They could both mop the floor with him. Like, Sabine could Force choke his ass. Ezra could launch him halfway across the Stargate. He's definitely not on the Ahsoka level. He's not even. I wouldn't call him even on Padawan level. Like, he's more on
Really?
some. Yeah,
Damn. He's
Like-
on some hobbyist shit.
honestly, because what's all that we've seen him do? Like, he was he was struggling to force pull the set of keys. First episode, he was struggling. He almost didn't make it through the hole. Second to last episode, he just force pulled lightsaber to him, and that's it. He had all the kids at knife point, and never once decided to just boot them into a corner and keep them there. You're falling asleep. You need coffee.
No,
Yeah, you're falling asleep in your chair.
I'm fine.
You're the old.
I'm getting the greened out.
You're the old.
That's all it is, guys.
But yeah, towards the
I had a monster coffee this morning.
and then towards the end of the
Before I got
season,
back to the house.
last episode of Skeleton Crew, the fight between Jod and Wynn's dad. He could have force choked him, but no, he's struggling to just force pull the lever. He's struggling to just with
Yeah,
and
I
with
think
only
that's
one
what it
hand,
is.
and only with one hand. You have two. You got two. If your hands are the catalyst for the force, you got two, my guy. You can force choke the shit out of one. Use the force to maintain your lever. Like, Wynn's dad was probably his biggest threat. Physically, anyway. Physically.
Yeah, literally. That guy couldn't fight. We know it.
Not hardly. Like,
Yeah.
Wynn, thankfully didn't almost lightsaber his fucking legs off this time.
Bruh, for real, he almost like literally turned the damn lightsaber on backwards.
Dog, he almost lightsabered his dick off. We almost witnessed the most tragic castration in Star Wars history. Like,
He
his
was just like accidentally just
son, I peed a little at that scene. All right, me and Wim screamed the same. The level of fear that he felt. Like, you know what?
You saw that emitter on the wrong side.
I was like, "Ooh, is everything still there? Oh, we got twig and two berries. Okay. Oh, Lord.
It's okay, kids. You only need one berry, but don't lose both.
You don't want to lose your twig, because then you're just gonna need a cup.
A bag.
Oof. Like, I was visibly scared for him when he first Because like imagine you're a kid, right? And the first lightsaber you see looks double-ended. So it has the same emitter shroud as it does on the pommel. And you're a novice. You don't know that the ignition is a button, right? You have no fucking idea what you're doing. You don't know that the button is up top.
You stabbed yourself in the leg.
Yeah. No, you think the cover check wheel that's protruding that looks like a button is the button. And honestly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. The saber looks double-ended.
I do. I blame him.
I don't only because of how it's designed. Only because of how the saber is designed. If I were a kid in that position, I would make the same exact mistake.
Bro, though, that kid really, like, let's be honest. The kid really just needs to stop.
You need to stop touching shit. God damn it.
He pushed the button, launched him into space, turned the lightsaber on, almost cut his twigs and berries off. His bangers and mash.
Yo, I've never had a child wreck my nerve. I've never had a child actor wreck my nerves so bad in my life. Ravi, if you ever see this, if anybody ever clips this, Ravi,
Touching shit.
Ravi. For number one, yeah, stop touching stuff. All right, stop touching stuff. Keep your hands in your pockets. All right. If you need to sit on your hands, do so. We need to put a lightsaber in your hands. I got you. We'll put a lightsaber in your hands. But stop touching stuff. All right. Stop touching stuff without reading the manual. Secondly, Ravi, to all the kids on the cast of the Skeleton Crew. To all the kids on the cast of the Skeleton Crew, standing ovation.
It really was a good show.
Standing ovation. All right, Wim is my most hated character, and you can't make a character be more hated without doing your job as an actor right. And Ravi, boy. You did this character so good that I never want to get into the cockpit with Wim ever in my life, okay? I never in my life want to get into the cockpit with Wim. Because there's no telling where in the cosmos we would end up. Nor if we'd have enough rations to survive, nor if there would even be any way to get back home. And we're traveling at light speed, all right? So it's probably decades back on the home planet. Speaking of, that was another gripe of mine with Skeleton Crew.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm being the old guy for this because
Uh-oh.
I'm putting realism where it doesn't need to be. I'm putting realism where it don't need to be.
Guys, he watched Back to the Future too many times. There we go. No,
It's quantum physics, man. Star Wars
Star
is based on quantum physics.
When people go to the moon, they come back and
It's like
been longer here than it was there or some shit, right?
Yeah, for them up on the moon, like for 3 months, it's a whole year down here.
God.
Like if they're the Hubble, for them is only, like a few months have only passed. For them, on planet side, a whole year before they touch down.
Bro, that is insane to think about. I didn't realize the time difference was that much. That's
Time is relative.
Crazy.
Time is relative based on gravity.
Damn.
It's relative based on gravity.
Can you imagine that first step off the ship and you're just like, ah!
Yeah, the whiplash, the jet lag. I'm like, oh man. Can I get a
Trying to step out of the thing and just falls to the ground.
Can I get a coffee and Kahlua, please? Ooh. Some water?
How But I'm gonna need a temper. I'm gonna need a water bed now. I got used to sleeping on nothing for like.
Like, whew, can I get some
Sounds
alkaline water and some sugar?
Just trying to sleep and floating, not being supported. I don't know if I could. That sounds terrible.
Actually, no, it's not. If you haven't fallen asleep in your pool, it feels the same. It feels the same way.
Oh, I could do that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bro,
All
I
it is
fall asleep forever.
weightlessness. It's just weightlessness. Which water on the planet is how we get simulated. The saltiest water is where you get the most simulation of weightlessness. Like
Oh, yeah.
remember that photo of Rihanna?
Sleep deprivation tank.
Sort of. But you remember that photo of Rihanna before she had her kid? She was somewhere, some other country, but in the middle of the sea. And the salt content was so high, right? Everybody thought she was lounging on a floaty. No. She's just literally laying on top of the water because the buoyancy in that water is that heavy. The salt content is that high.
What is that in the
I can't remember. It's
what
been,
is the Red Sea?
I think so. I honestly can't remember. Like I saw the picture probably a decade ago. We're talking way before she had kids, way before she got even interested in ASAP Rocky. We're talking like
Well, I'm just talking
freshly
about
broken.
places that you can go to do that because there's only like a couple. I don't think there's that many
Yeah.
places that have that.
I don't remember. This was during her savage phase, like after she was freshly broken up with Chris Brown and did the whole trial. I can't remember, but
Yeah, it says the Red Sea is about 35% saltier than most other seas.
yeah, it might have
It's
been.
easy to float on it because of the high salt content.
It might very well have been the Red Sea. I remember it being somewhere biblical. Definitely somewhere biblical. I can't. I'll have to find the article for a direct quote, but I think Blake is right.
Oh no, there's also the Dead Sea. I forgot about the Dead Sea.
I hope she wasn't in Dead Sea, but anything is possible. Anything is possible for celebs.
It says it's by Jordan, the Israeli-occupied West Bank and West
I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on.
Israel to the southwest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
think
looks
you're.
like you can just float in it because the salt.
Because she
salt
was,
content is so high.
yes, I think you're right. Because she had just did a show in Tel Aviv.
Hold on, there's a map right here. Tel Aviv. Trying to see where that is. Oh, yep, there it is. Tel Aviv. And then the Dead Sea. It's not that far from there. Yeah.
All right, so we found it. Look at Blake doing the research and development department. Look at Blake doing the research and development department. Oh shit!
Shit.
You cheeky dick waffle.
Shit! Oh, all right. So we got the skeleton crew. Overall 10 out of 10. Super
I don't know
entertained.
what lightsaber OFC is.
Lightsabers, of course.
Okay.
We've been talking about lightsabers in between all this anyway, so
That's
yeah.
done then. Scratch that off.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I loved it.
Daredevil
The kids, absolutely amazing in Skeleton Crew. Jude Law, it's Jude Law. Come on now, you put him in a villain role, you gonna get gold. It's
Yeah,
Jude Law.
yeah, that's good.
You put him in
Like,
any
you wanna
villain
hate him,
role,
but
and
you wanna hate him,
it's
you
great. It's great that you want to hate him because you put him in a villain role, you're gonna get gold. You're gonna get gold every time. Every time. And Jude Law, for me, for villains, he's my goat. I gotta put him as my goat, and I gotta put Mark Hamill as number 2. I gotta put him there. It's Jude Law. He's what? Death in what is that Guardians movie? It was a Christmas animated joint. I can't remember. It's not Marvel. It's Guardians of something. It's Jack Frost, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus.
What?
I have for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the movie, but I watched it ad nauseum. I watched it till I couldn't watch it no more. Daredevil time, Daredevil time, and you know what that means when GDF sounds.
All right, it's morphin' time.
So Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born
y'all.
Again.
Fuck y'all for that first 5 minutes. I mean, there's our okay. Well, first off, we need to go ahead and say spoilers because
let's
not been out long.
let's do that real quick. Spoilers, heavy spoilers, heavy spoilers time, okay?
But yeah,
Everybody ready? You good? You got your spoiler out the way? You took time to fast forward? No? That's your last chance.
Oh,
Last
man.
chance.
It's over,
I was
Anakin.
really.
I have the high ground.
Last chance. Spoilers coming up. Can you get it?
Holy shit!
Because we about to hit it.
Yeah, dude.
Son of a bitch!
The first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'd say it's probably about 10 minutes total, maybe,
10 minutes, 37 seconds.
are just literally what the fuck, man.
I
didn't know it was gonna be like that. I did not know it was gonna be like that just right off the bat. And just
Me
come at us
either.
with some just
so
straight up dark shit.
I went into it completely blind. All right. So I never read the Born Again comic. I never listened to Rob from Comic Historian's recap of the Born Again comic storyline. None of that. I went in completely blind. I was not expecting the first 10 minutes to be what they were. I didn't even know that was a reshoot.
That was a reshoot?
That was a reshoot. That was a late reshoot. Because this was during the writer's strike and all that.
So what, were they just gonna write that character out the whole time then, or was he gonna be more prominent in the series? And we're missing out on that, because if so, I'm pissed, because I really
And this is why I avoided Rob for as long as I did. I went back to his page and I got the skinny on the story. So in the Born Again storyline, both Foggy and Karen die. Both of them. Karen in that story becomes a heroin addict and is literally in the streets for a fix.
That's what she was before, though, right? She was on some shit before, right?
Yep.
Am I tripping?
From season 1, yeah. She went back on the shit in the comics. So in the comics, yeah, like you meet her as an addict, she cleans up for a while. After certain events happen, she goes back on the shit. You know, in the comics, Foggy's the first one to go. Her and Matt Morin. Matt goes to do his Daredevil shit. She goes to do her heroin addict shit.
I don't
And
know if we can say that on. Wait, do they care?
she fell back into addiction.
Yeah, there we go.
And that eventually in the comics leads to her death. Like, so one thing leads to another. She sells out Matt and his identity, and then loose ends get tied up. For lack of a better term, she becomes a loose end. What can I say? But yeah, she sells out
In the
Matt.
comics, is he kind of murderous, like a little bit, like
Yeah, oh
like
yeah.
Punisher,
Oh yeah.
Punisher style revenge?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Born Again is the bloodiest one. Is one of the bloodiest Daredevil comics.
So this is about to be like a dark fucking time.
Oh, it already is. What? Did you not watch the end of episode 2? Bro,
Yeah.
yeah, it's already
Oh, yeah.
dark as shit. Come on now. First 10 minutes, we just saw Foggy take a sniper bullet to the heart.
And then Home Dude just like he just was so over it. He just threw Home Dude off the roof. That shit was so great. I was like, I would
Face first, no less. Face first, no less.
Oh, yeah.
He straight mushed him. Like, there's no saving you. Like, why would you do this? Why? You know what? It don't even matter why. Fuck you.
That crazy casual thing. Hello,
Like
man.
Matt was so exacerbated in that scene. He was so broken. And I fully understand it. Like, the first reaction is why, and then after by the time you get to the third why, you're like, what? It don't even matter. Fuck you. Die.
Home Dude's over here looking like a pincushion too. That shit was crazy. That fight scene was well done.
Oh,
But
beautifully.
I really don't like how Bullseye literally just kills every innocent bystander that is on the way, not even in the way of the fight. Like, he's just killing people just to do it. Like, I swear,
Yeah,
it's crazy as hell to me.
He's a sociopath.
Like, him as a villain, man, is just insane.
He's the perfect. He is the Joker. If Matt Murdock was Batman, Bullseye is the Joker.
Yeah. Did Bullseye have like a suit that kind of looked like Daredevil's, like at one point, or no? He
Yeah.
did? I thought.
Yeah, that was how he got it. That was how Bullseye got introduced to frame Matt.
Oh, literally. So that happened, like the way
Yeah,
that they did
both
it
in the
show,
comics and on the
actually.
show.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to frame Matt. He was hired by Wilson Fisk to don the suit and commit mass murder.
Damn.
The whole point of Fisk setting him loose for that was to really do what Angstrom Levy did to Invincible. Ruin his entire reputation, drive everybody away from him, destroy public trust.
Is this happening currently and I haven't watched it yet?
What, Invincible? Yeah.
Okay, well then
It's
that's not on our
it's the
list.
newest episode. Yeah, it is.
Oh wait, it is, isn't it?
I think I put that at the top of the list.
Wait. Actually, no.
Did I forget it? I did. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you did. Haha. We don't have to
Well,
talk
shit.
about it.
Yeah, we do, because it's only... Well, I guess we could wait till next week, because there's only one episode of the season left.
Oh, really? Damn, okay, so I'm going to have to binge that tonight then, catch up. Okay.
Yeah, it's only one episode of the season left.
I did not realize it was already that far in. Yeah.
Me either.
remember
I
watched it, like, before.
I didn't realize we were already to the end. I'm used to binging like 13 1-hour long episodes.
Yeah, they only do like 8 for
Yeah,
them or 10.
8. I think it's 8 or 9. Which for Invincible, I'm not upset about, because they actually take their time with the animation and with the story. They've got their continuity correct. Their animation is on point. The fight scene's on point. I have yet to see a mid scene. I've yet to see a trash scene, trash animation, faux pas since any point. Not from season 1 to now. From season 1 to now, it's just been banger after banger after banger each episode. Season 1 went hard. Season 1 went fucking hard.
Season one, season one was rough, dude. Like that original train scene where he's just like holding Mark by his head and they're
Hmm.
just going through a subway and he's just killing people on accident, bro.
But even like how
that's
how
rough.
the series starts, the very first episode,
I missed him out, bro.
like that, their universe of Superman deads the whole Justice League, deads
Oh
them,
yeah,
like
and it
he
was, dude.
murdered
Like
them.
when I first saw that scene, I was like, oh my god, it's like one of the goriest cartoons I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
I wasn't ready, but it was like, oh my god, this is so
God,
fucked up, but I
dude,
can't look away. This is so fucking, I
the
can't
way
look
some
away.
I know, the way some of those people died was just like, God damn.
Damn, like that is just sadistic.
Yeah, dude, that was something else, bro.
Then Omni-Man versus Invincible, all over the planet. That
Oh yeah, literally.
that was some sickness. That was some sick shit. Like that's your kid, dude. That's your kid that you raised. As you not only did you raise him from a pup, you raised him as a normal human being. You raised him like a normal human dad for 18 years. 18
Yeah,
whole
that dude was
years.
living. That dude was. He's definitely good at living double life. I can tell you that right now. That was crazy. That
Yeah,
was like a whole other person inside of that man. That was shit was
yo,
wild.
Nolan is scary with how he can switch that shit up, bro. It's like you will never
Yeah,
know.
but now look what's happening to him now though. He's starting to more like
He's
humanize a little
humanized.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after that Invincible fight where he couldn't kill Mark,
but
he
like,
beat him. He
bro,
beat him to a
how
bloody
is he
pulp, but he couldn't kill
supposed?
him.
He even said he misses his wife and shit. It's like, how is he? How is he really supposed to come back to Earth, bro? No one's gonna, dude.
So I, all right. So I've read in the comics further than what the series is.
Uh huh.
I actually I'm not that much farther from the series because I actually wanted to stop. I wanted to be surprised in animation, but he comes back as more, or he tries to come back rather. He tries to come back as more of a what we know as Superman type deal.
I understand, but the world has not forgotten what he
That's why I said
did.
tries. That's why I said tries.
Oh,
I never said he's successful, but I said he gives
okay.
it he gives it a try. He gives an honest try, knowing
Yeah.
full well nobody trusts him. Full well nobody wants him around, and they're all gunning for his head. But those that he wronged ain't there to do shit about it no more. Immortal retired.
Yeah.
There's Flash. He ain't coming back. There's no alternate Flash. Their Darkwing is stuck in the dark dimension.
I can't. Uh.
So it's like, I mean,
Dude,
ain't
I literally saw multi. The last part I remember that was like really got me was multi Paul trying to break out of prison, and he like just made a bunch of himself until the pressure opened the door.
that was just
Bro,
disgusting. That was just
that was
nasty.
bro. Damn,
And he walks out on the
people.
squished corpses.
I
He
know
does
you
it,
hear it
and then
too.
he
Like
does it
walk.
again to get out of the restraining necklace. He does it again.
Oh man,
In
that's
the, I think it's in the
crazy.
same episode too.
Oh, I haven't seen that part yet. Then wait, am I not done with that episode then? Is that what
You
it
might
is?
not be because it's
Yeah, I
later
might
in
be.
the episode.
Oh no, I am. I'm in this. I'm in the thing now where she's like trying to go up to the prison, and she's like, "Hey, do you want? I'm Invincible Incorporated. Do
Oh
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
like?
You're right
You want
before
to
it.
have a?
You're right before it.
You want to have a hero on retainer? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm right
Yeah,
there then.
yeah. So you gotta. You're right
All
at
right,
that.
cool.
But he does it again to get out of his restraining, and it works, but it's no less nasty. It's no less
I bet.
disgusting. It's ugh.
I
Like
know, dude. The animators for this show y'all are sick. You're sick, man.
this is Robert Kirkman's creation, dog. If anybody's read the Boys comic, this ain't shit. Invincible is light
Oh
compared to the Boys.
God. I will never forget that dude sneezing inside of that guy.
Oh, 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 I actually love that scene. I actually love that scene because that is the most hilarious. Yo, that is the most hilarious accidental use of your power. Like you didn't
Bruh,
think about that.
literally had a coke sneeze and just like killed that guy.
Yo.
Good news is like guy
Hold on.
probably didn't even know what happened.
Hold on. He didn't even get a chance to know what happened because all he felt was just his whole urethra and everything from the middle. Plop.
But
Like,
yeah, but it blew that dude into like chunks, bro. He was
yeah, it did.
gone.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I don't. Oh, I hate my brain. I hate my brain. I hate my brain. I hate my brain. Next topic. Next.
Because because it's like what fucks with me is that what's always fucked with me ever since like when I think about crazy like chaotic deaths like that in those shows and like really gory stuff like that. I remember the scene in the House of Wax where he cut that dude's head off and then that motherfucker blinked like one more time before it like
That's
because
just creepy. Mm-mm.
because
I
they
don't need
say that
that.
your brain stays alive for a little bit and it's
It
like
does.
damn dude.
It does.
So
If
everybody that's ever been like, they're just like sitting there like,
no, not
oh
everybody.
shit, oh
It
shit.
stays alive for a few minutes if it's a clean cut. Only if it's a clean cut. If you got some hack jobs type shit, oh they gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
because
they gone
like
before
the
you even
dude
get the
laying
head
on
off.
the dude laying on the bed, the dude sneezed and he was just like, oh what the oh shit. Oh man. Let's see. So MCU continuity.
MCU
Um,
continuity.
or continuity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that kind of brought us back to your friendly neighborhood
I
Spider-Man.
can not see. Your man needs glasses, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah, so that actually brings us back to Captain America and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So continuity, right? Let's start with Captain America: Brave New World, since you just saw that. You want to take the lead?
Well, I mean, that was the whole thing was surprising to me. Wait, are we talking about Captain America or Spider Man?
Captain America.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then, yeah, another thing, because I was confused about the Spider-Man timeline and where we were and all that. I have to figure that out on my own, figure out what world this is taking place on because
You talking about
everything was
friendly
just so
neighborhood
out of whack.
Spider-Man?
It was so weird. Yeah.
It's a whole. So friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I actually caught a glimpse of this at the end of the last episode. There's a watcher. There's the watcher watching.
Oh yeah, up in the sky, I saw
Uh
that
huh.
too.
I'm pretty sure this is
Galactus.
the what if world. I'm pretty sure your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is the origin of what if Spider-Man. Sorcerer Supreme
I mean,
Spider-Man.
that would make sense because like he got the spider from another dimension because Doctor Strange was fighting, and then he was in that same time he was actually fighting, because time
No,
is relative or
it
whatever.
wasn't from
And
another dimension. He got so friendly neighborhood. We'll
that
come back to
spider
Captain.
came from another dimension. I thought.
No, we'll come back to Captain America. But friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. If you actually pay attention to the last episode, it shows you what all the events that happened in the first one. It's actually a time.
No,
It's
I
a
know.
closed time loop,
Yeah,
not a
that's what I
different
was
dimension.
saying. Okay, well, no. I thought the spider actually came from that alien dimension where that dude came
Nope,
from, that fucking monster that they
that
fought
was a
over
symbiote.
there.
That was a
Oh
symbiote.
yeah. Okay. Okay,
Because
well then yeah, so that probably came from the lab then somewhere, and that's
yeah,
yeah, and it
the
just
spider
happened to fall through
came.
that open portal.
The last episode
Yeah.
shows you how the first scene in the first episode happened. That spider is Norman's creation. It's been
Okay, yeah. So it came from Oscorp, fell through the portal, bit him. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I
and
see.
it has Peter's DNA in it.
Oh, that's wild. So he like
Yeah,
essentially gave
it's
himself the
from
powers.
it's from Norman. No, Norman actually is the one that accidentally gave him the powers.
That's crazy.
Norman actually created the time loop when he started messing with the spider.
Mm-hmm.
It became a closed time loop that keeps repeating, and it will.
I'll be damned. That's
So
crazy.
Norman is on the, I forgot where, but he's at the facility. He's making the spiders because he's studying Spider-Man's DNA, trying to replicate it for Oscorp's gain. Strange comes through. He has no idea who the fuck any of these people are, why. And then Norman's arrogance opens up the portal to Null's dimension, the symbiote dimension.
Mm.
Symbiote comes out. Strange and symbiote fall through a portal in time. Go back through said portal. The spider trades places, bites Peter on the neck, and then you have the time loop.
That's cool.
Howsoever,
Um.
they kind of closed that time loop and created a new branch when a sliver of that symbiote got cut off and left in that world.
Oh shit.
Norman has that
Know all
piece.
about know all about that from what can happen in that from Deadpool for sure. So
Norman has that piece.
there you go. Well, that's not good. That's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, this could easily be a what if episode now that you're saying all this and like the way
I
that
think it's
Dr. Connors is now a woman and
I think
like
it's the
there's
I
a
think it's the what
fetus
if
in the,
universe. I think this one is the
yeah.
what if Spider-Man world. I think this
I
is
guess we'll
that
see
Earth.
how they play on it. And
We'll
what
see.
happens, maybe they reveal
We'll
it
see.
to us because that dude was up there. Couldn't that also mean that Galactus is coming though?
No. Galactus
No.
No, Galactus is the way you know
Silver
Galactus
Surfer is the one that
it would be a Silver Surfer, a herald of
okay.
Galactus.
Okay.
So it wouldn't necessarily be the Silver Surfer. It would be a Silver Surfer, or it would be
Yeah.
a Human Torch or a Phoenix. Any of those cosmic forces can be a herald for Galactus. That's how you know Galactus is coming. He's like a celestial. Like there's no
Oh hell. Okay.
seeing him in the distance. He's showing up. You see him. He there. That's it. The Watchers are like their opacity is real low in the background. It's like seeing an image in clouds.
Okay.
So if they decide to do another what if season, this Peter is definitely going to be in the team of Guardians of the Multiverse.
Hell yeah. Okay.
However, I hope they don't do anything with him until he's in his 30s and can do adult stories. Stop, Marvel, Disney. Stop with this bullshit with Sony. If y'all don't sue the shit out of Sony already for the rights to Spider-Man so you can tell the stories appropriately and Sony can stop butchering the Spider-Man mythos with these god-awful fucking movies.
What? Do you hate you don't like the Spider-Verse movie?
No. Craven, god-awful, should never been made. Madam Web, god-awful, should never have been
Okay,
made.
Madam Web was terrible. You didn't like Craven? I kind of liked it. That was okay.
No, I did not. I did not like
Could have
Craven at
done
all.
without. Could have done without Mobius. Whatever.
Morbius, we could definitely have done without. However, Morbius was the most MCU connected out of those mythos, out of those stories. He actually has a cameo
Even
with
go up
Vulture.
against Spider-Man one time. I don't want to hear.
No, but he gets a
I remember him
cameo.
going against.
He does get a cameo from Vulture, who is sent to that dimension after something happened with Stephen Strange.
Is this Spider-Man 4 thing gonna happen or what?
Depends on how fast Tom Holland and Zendaya get to work on this baby that they reportedly want to retire with.
Yes, you know you're Spider-Man until you die, motherfucker. Shut up.
No,
Till you're 90.
after their after their engagement went public, both of them came out and said like, we want to start a family, and once we start doing that, y'all not gonna see us no more.
Yeah, we'll see. Jim Carrey tried that shit.
Well, yeah, but Jim
Um,
Carrey is also that famous that yeah, his kids would pressure him to get back into it.
um,
Where do you think they could go with Spider Man?
oh, I have no idea.
And do
I
you
mean, it would be
think
cool to have the idea of like them having the multiversal Spider-Man again, where they
we
all
should
kind
see
of
him in a cameo of Daredevil Born Again or Captain America?
well, it would have to be Tom Holland at this point because they literally showed him in the freaking movie. They
Yeah,
already
he's
set
the
that in
MCU.
stone.
Yeah, they're using MCU characters at this point and MCU actors. So all the Netflix main characters, they're MCU now. Tom Holland is the MCU Spider Man.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if I guess they could, but I don't know if Tom Holland would ever be on a Netflix appearance on a show type.
Well,
I don't know.
it wouldn't be Netflix anymore. Netflix doesn't have the rights anymore.
Oh, that's right. I keep thinking Netflix is Disney Plus now. My bad. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So for Disney Plus, he'll like it's part of his contract. He'll of course do it.
Disney Plus probably, yeah. No, that's
The
definitely. I guess
issue
they could do that.
the issue with that would come with the relation with Sony and Sony's willingness to give up the character. Sony is, in my view of being a fan of the Marvel franchise since mid '90s. I'll say mid '90s because that's about when I was old enough to start reading comics. Sony has been their number one roadblock, and when they lost
Yeah, for
the
real.
negotiation deal to Sony for Spider Man, they should have already known that was the end. Like we're what 25 years later, 25 years later, and at this rate, it looks like it's going on 30 before we ever see Spider Man in live action on a Marvel banner with any continuity with any of the other MCU superheroes that Spider-Man is central to all of their stories interconnected. Like he is the central interconnecting point of every Marvel comic. Just like the Flash
Yeah.
for Justice League. Just like the Flash blips into everybody else's story, Spider-Man does the same thing because they all occupy the exact same city. They all occupy the exact same city, but they protect various boroughs.
Yeah, it is bullshit that we never see like Spider-Man just like swinging around and be like, oh, there's Daredevil. Like, oh, what's up, dude? You know, like, oh, hey, what's going on?
Like Spidey is referenced by Fisk as a
Oh
man in a
yeah,
spider
he
suit,
did say that.
spider outfit.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was a missed. I feel like that was a missed opportunity a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, because like it's Disney Plus for one. For two, it's MCU, and there should be archival footage of Spider-Man at the airport or anywhere. Peter's only stipulation in the spell during their way home was that nobody knows that he's Spider-Man, or that everybody that knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man anymore. Spider-Man still
Yeah,
exists.
like where are they gonna roll off from that? Because like he literally lost everybody. Like his friend doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who he is.
He knows who
Like
he like his
I'm talking about in the movies, like how they left that. Because like his
Peter
girl
knows
didn't know who he was anymore.
yeah.
His best friend didn't know who he was anymore.
Yeah. Doctor Strange doesn't even know who he is anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's nobody knows who Spider-Man is anymore.
Oh, they just know Spider-Man. They just know Spider-Man.
Damn.
Like if actually, like you see at the end of the movie before the end credit swing, Peter goes up to May's grave to mourn with Happy.
Oh,
Happy doesn't know. Happy doesn't know Spider-Man. He know May. Happy knows May. He don't know Peter at that point. He don't know. He don't recognize Peter. That is May's boy standing right next to you, and because of the spell, because the magic of Stephen Strange is so strong, he don't recognize him. He doesn't even get the inkling that they know each other. That they could possibly know each other. But Happy remembers his entire relationship with May.
That's wild.
I think so. That's one of the things I've been speculating on, and it's been bugging me since that movie came out. So we're talking what, some 5 years now.
Yeah. What you been holding in, bro?
The the imperfection of memory wipe spells. Period. Right. Um. How dare I podcast without you? You weren't around.
Oh shit, is that true?
No, that's Valkyrie.
Oh,
The fallacy of
busted.
the fallacy of memory wipe spells is there's always a lingering interconnection point. Like somebody mutual is a significant point in somebody else's life, right? So May is a significant pillar in Happy's life, but there's no May without Peter. There's no memory of May without a memory of Peter. And the more if Happy digs into those memories deeper, will he then break the spell? And if he does break the spell, will that in turn break his psyche? Will that happen to everybody that the spell is affected?
Damn. Yeah, this whole like life you didn't just comes flashing back all of a sudden. Oh shit.
Mm? Like, I don't know. That's the thing that's been bugging me since the movie came out. It wasn't that thorough and that specific of a memory wipe spell to begin with. Number one. Pete's only stipulation being that he's essentially a freshman, even though he's blipped out for 5 years and can't go back to high
That
school.
sucks, bro.
He,
Wait,
he
why can't you go back to high school?
well, remember what happened when the movie starts. His identity is outed thanks to Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
The blip happened. Like the whole reason they went to Paris in the first place is because the blip happened. They came back. Peter came back, and he wanted to do away with the suit for a minute to have his first real vacation, or feel some type of normalcy after the blip, after Tony's dead, right? That was the whole Far From Home. That was the whole point of Far From Home. Peter's home at that point was Queens and Tony Stark, his hero. Tony's dead. Queens reminds him of being Spider-Man. He don't want to be Spider-Man without Tony Stark because Tony Stark has left Peter his entire fortune. Like the entire Stark Industries is now Peter's. It belongs to him by rights. I don't. I also don't think the spell works on wills and contracts.
What?
So, so if the spell only erases memories of Peter Parker from those that knew who Spider-Man's identity is, does that affect inorganic memory as well? It certainly affects organic memory, the memories of other humans. Does that affect the memory of Tony's AI database? Because Friday still recognizes him.
Huh.
Well, we assume that Friday still recognizes him based on how his suit looks at the end of the movie and what it can do. We assume Friday is integrated into the suit and she still recognizes Peter. We assume. We have no way of knowing until both Tom Holland and Disney Marvel decide to make another Spider-Man movie. So we'll see. That's my speculation on that. Now, Captain America: Brave New World. I'm gonna let you take the lead because I am probably gonna rip this thing apart.
I liked it for what it was. It was a filler for Fantastic Four. That was fine. No, it was good, man. I mean, they did everything the way I figured, they would do it. I kind of read already into it before I went and saw the movie that that guy was gonna slowly dose him with these pills because he has some sort of cancer. He's dying. It ended up being like a heart condition or something. Um, that he was going to slowly dose him with radiation. He was going to become mad and then turn into the Hulk. And the reason that he turns red is because it was slowly introduced into his blood over time. So he turns red instead, and he's also freaking like red hot, apparently. Like, apparently, he's very hot to the touch as well, compared to regular Hulk.
Yeah.
I liked Harrison Ford in this character. My girl didn't care for it for some reason. Um, I guess they couldn't use the original guy because he passed away, right? The original one from the actual original Hulk movie. I can't believe they brought freaking Liv Tyler back, like from
Yeah.
Eric Bana freaking Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And that's where that Ross, like the dude who died,
yeah,
that's where
why
he
they
came
were.
from.
Yeah, that's where he was supposed to be that guy that played Ross in that
No,
movie.
that's what I'm
Apparently,
saying.
but
The dude that died,
he died.
he's been Ross since the Eric Bana Hulk movies. He's been Ross. They never
Oh,
changed.
so so he was in the other ones as
Yeah,
Ross and stuff like that as well. Okay.
those were the start of the MCU.
I
The
remember. No, I
the
remember that
Hulk.
iconic scene at one of the ends where he shows up and Tony Stark shows up and sits next to him. He's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something," and he hands him that file, and then that's whenever.
That's not Ross.
That's
That's Sam Jackson, and Nick Fury. Ross never hands Tony anything. He never he
oh well. Then who
Ross
did he
don't like
meet in
any
the
of them.
cutscene?
Ross does not
Oh
like any
really?
of them. He's very
Who was in the
anti
cutscene?
superhero.
Hold on. I gotta look that up now.
You might be talking about Age of Ultron when he hands Tony the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah, because see, he meets somebody at like the very, very end of one of the Hulk movies after they have like a really bad. And I could have
Tony's
swore it
not
was
in any of the
somebody
Hulk
that.
movies. You're definitely
Who?
misremembering. Tony is never in any of the Hulk movies. You're definitely misremembering.
Oh, I thought it was somebody in the cutscenes, like not even
Hell
like
no.
a noticeable.
The Hulk movies predate the MCU continuity, but they are the start of the MCU. So you got Eric Bana Hulk, that goes into Edward
Actually,
Norton
don't they
Incredible
say that?
Hulk. No,
Don't they say Blade is the beginning of MC?
technically,
Technically.
technically only by release date, only by release date. But he doesn't really start the MCU. He's just the start of Marvel live action movies. That's not the MCU. The actual start of the MCU is the Hulk movies. Starting with Eric Bana Hulk, that goes into Ed Norton Incredible Hulk, which is the actual start of the MCU.
Uh, uh,
The
hold on.
Incredible Edward Norton Incredible Hulk is the actual factual start of the MCU. That is the actual first movie.
Hey,
Then you got Iron Man.
guess what? Go ahead.
What? Just bitch, use your
The
words.
Incredible. I was sending it to your Discord. The Incredible Hulk 2008 does not include a proper post-credit scene. However, its final scene, in which Tony Stark approaches Thaddeus Ross in the bar, is often treated as one. I remember that scene. I'm telling you. I watched that movie a lot. I was like, I love that one. Where I love the fact that they did it right the first time. The madder the Hulk got, the bigger he got, dude. That shit was wild.
So that's actually how the Hulk
Was a
works.
monster.
That's really
I
how the
know.
Hulk works. I
love
never
it.
liked Lou Ferrigno Hulk because
Yeah, no, that was old, bro. There was also a Wonder Woman show, apparently. I don't. Oh, that's so old.
the Wonder Woman show was a little more. They could be a lot more believable with Wonder Woman because she's all practical effects. Incredible Hulk never made sense to have made in the 70s. Never made sense to have made in the
There's also
70s.
Yeah.
Because
I
number
forgot about the
one,
old 90s Flash shows.
90s Flash was not much different than what we got. I binge watched the entirety of the 90s Flash, and I
Oh,
would
you
cross.
did?
Yeah, I cross watched it with CW Flash. Basically about the same, especially towards the end. Especially towards the end.
No shit. Okay. I'm gonna
Basically
have to
about the
I'm gonna
same.
have to watch it then.
But the thing that CW Flash does slightly different, and they have to because you're dealing with time, you're dealing with quantum physics, is the deviation in patterns, deviation in characters and names and who inhabits these mantles. They also incorporate and pay homage to said 90s show by including it in that main continuity mythos. As far as MCU, 2008 Incredible Hulk is definitely the start of the MCU. It is the start.
And
While
then they did show him too, and then that came next, which we were all happy about that. I think the Iron Man movies were freaking awesome.
now what came next after the battle in Harlem was exactly how we pick up on the Avengers. It ends with Eric Banner, not Eric, Bruce Banner.
Eric Bana. I know, it was so weird.
Bruce Banner secluding himself away into mountainside village. And that is exactly where you pick up in 2012's Marvel's Avengers.
Oh yeah, it is, huh?
That is right from that same exact village, that same exact hut that he has the ham radio in.
Oh, from Edward Norton.
Yeah, that's the actual start of the MCU, not Iron Man. Iron Man happens to be the second movie in the MCU continuity. Number 2 is not actually the first.
No, I know that. I know that Hulk came before that. I'm saying there was the
Most
cutscene
of the
though for
fandom
Tony
don't.
Stark, so we knew Iron Man was coming. But
Most of the
yeah,
most of
Hulk
the
is
fandom
definitely
doesn't.
that shit's old, bro. God damn, I was like,
It's coming up on 20
oh,
years.
God damn, dude,
We're 3 years away from 20.
that's crazy, bro.
2008 was 17 years ago.
Damn.
MCU started 17 years ago. You know how wild that is? Imagine being in James
That's
Gunn's
nuts, bro.
position, right? Imagine being in James Gunn's position, and the way he got to be CEO of DC Studios is he came with a solid 10-year plan, a solid decade of just Phase 1 movies. He literally copied the Marvel formula. Phase 1, solid decade. Phase 2, solid decade and a half. Phase 3, I think we're here now. I think we're here now. I will say, as far as origin story
that movie
movies
came out
go,
in 2003. Holy shit.
which one? Eric Bano?
Yeah, so I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I remember going to the movie theater and seeing that. That was dope.
I watched it with my mom like pretty much every time it would come on. Because some of the themes hit really close to home, especially like the clash between him and his dad.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was some rough parts of that movie to watch. It's crazy shit.
Yeah, there were some rough parts, but I don't think it. I don't think anything was as rough as having to sit through the verbal abuse that he was getting.
Mm.
His dad was verbally abusive as shit. And the scene where he pretty much backhands him into a bloody splat. I feel like that was well deserved. That was well deserved. Nick Nolte definitely played that role a little too good. That's another one that he played a little too good. You don't need to be that damn good at playing an abusive fucking dad.
Damn. He was like, I've studied for this my whole life.
Like everybody knows you've been that because you know, Hollywood money dries up and you end up with some drinking problems at the time. All right, everybody know what happens with Nick Nolte and alcohol. But you don't need to be playing that good of an abusive father, all right? You don't need to be that damn good at it. Oh, yeah. Where do you think the MCU is gonna go now? I guess with Daredevil Born Again. Also, R.I.P. Farkin Nelson. Moment of silence.
Oh yeah, so yeah. You had done research or something, said something. There was a reason behind that though, or is it just because you read the story? You read into the actual storyline and you find out that they died.
No, I started reading to the storyline after I saw the episodes. I never did anything before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they just like wrote him out at the last minute because you said it was a reshoot. So I was like,
yeah. Yeah. So that's one of the more recent reshoots, but it actually serves the story a lot better. It actually makes the story a lot more poignant.
You know what? And I am forgetting too. They're probably gonna have. He's probably not gone. They're probably gonna do flashbacks, maybe.
Ooh, you just stumbled onto something. Do you want me to spoil it?
So
You want want me to spoil it?
I kind of figured that much. I was like, surely they didn't just like bring this fool in and just kill him off and be like, all right, man, well, have fun.
Well,
Contract's over.
so here's a funny thing about the Daredevil Born Again storyline. See? There happens to be a fake death situation with Foggy Nelson in the comics. He turns out to be under witness protection. So in the comics, Bullseye does dead him. In the comics, Bullseye deads him. But also in the comics, it is later revealed that Foggy is under witness protection.
That's crazy.
So
Makes me feel better about it though.
I don't know how. I gotta do some more digging into the storyline to see the who, hows, whys, and whens.
Bruh, Matt's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, especially since we in the first episode we did a whole 1 year time jump.
Yeah.
Whole
bro.
1 year time jump at the first 10 minutes, and there's honestly no telling what kind of time jump we're getting. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. Vincent D'Onofrio was asked this question during the press tour, and he answered it. I think he said each episode is like a few months after each other. I think each episode after the first one.
This is the span's gonna take like it's 5 year span or something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's what I had originally read.
Yeah. So so we already got the first year, first episode, first 10 minutes, tragedy strikes, 1 year. We in the second episode, it doesn't feel like much time has passed, maybe like a week. It only
I thought
feels
somebody said like I thought I saw a flash of like 6 weeks or something, but maybe not.
possibly, but it didn't feel like that much time had passed.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like much time had passed. Might have been 6 weeks, might have been half a month. Who knows? I mean, not half a month, half a year. Who knows? I'll have to rewatch. We're rewatching it before the next episode comes out. Train of thought.
And that's how you know it's about time to.
Damn, that doesn't happen that often. Mid sentence, mid thought, just lost it. Wow.
Man, been there. Been there.
Oh yeah, storyline. I don't. How do you think Foggy would, I guess, come back into the storyline? If they don't go page for page for the comic.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about this storyline at all, so it's all new to me, and I'm learning, as it goes, and apparently I'm in for a hell of a ride.
So based on your
about
limited
that.
knowledge of the storyline, what you've seen so far, where do you think?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be one of those things where like maybe Karen accidentally stumbles upon the fact that he's alive somehow because she's always getting into shit. For real.
Well, she's moved back to San
Or-
Francisco.
Oh, that's true too. So I guess she's not really gonna be around that much, huh?
No, remember she
I
broke
don't
up
know
with
then.
Matt at the courthouse.
The only thing I can figure out is that, or think about, is that someone's gonna tell him in passing. It's gonna fall into something like into the same shit that he's dealing with. Maybe Foggy was kind of tied up into it some way, and somehow or another Daredevil ends up involved in it and trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, and then all of a sudden finds out that his friend is still alive somehow, or finds him in person. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, dude.
In the comics, he finds them in person.
Or he's dead. I don't know. It just depends what Disney Plus wants to do.
Yeah, I don't know what they would plan to do for the live action. I know in the comics, Matt finds Foggy in person. Like he finds
He just
him.
stumbles upon him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, motherfucker. What the
Yeah, he deadass just stumbles upon him at going to the safe house. You're like, this person looks familiar. There's no way. Hell no. What? You're alive? Motherfucker, I mourned you.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, I can't see him be like, oh, I would kill you. I could definitely see him breaking
No,
down
he's
and
joking.
crying hysterically in Foggy's arms or at Foggy's feet. I could see him crying hysterically. Like, if that happens, give me the box of tissues. Give me the box of tissues, because like just the thought of it,
he's just
I'm
gonna
already
be
no good.
So dumbfounded that he just
Like, I'm already no
has
good.
to leave.
Just the thought of that scene, I'm already no good. Because I can imagine being in that position.
Oh, what kind of enhancements does Bullseye have now, by the way? They were doing some crazy surgery on him. I totally forgot that Fisk paralyzed that fool, threw him up against the corner of that wall and broke his back. And then they like rebuilt his back and put like some sort of like crazy futuristic shit in his back and brought him back to life.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch
And
season 3 to
well, they don't really go
figure
into
out.
detail. I just didn't know if it told you in the comics maybe what happened to him, or if he was enhanced after he got paralyzed, or
No, because
something.
when I read the comics, which I really need to do better about, I don't pay too much attention to the villains that much. At least not their origin stories.
That's fair.
I pay attention to them in the context of the main character's character development, like them being the catalyst for why they have a downfall or why they need to cross a line, so on and so forth. That's about the extent that I'll pay attention to a villain, like just from a philosophical standpoint. Okay. I need to be better about paying attention to their origin stories, because that's the why for everything that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got a good flashback for him, so we know why he does what he does and why he's a sociopath and all that.
Yeah, like we had we had basically the whole season of it though.
He literally helped Daredevil Daredevil literally helped him discover that Fisk played him and killed the girl that he really liked and was like obsessed with, and yet he still comes back and tries to kills Foggy to get back at Daredevil. Like, why?
Contract
That's what
hit.
I didn't understand.
I'm confident it was a contracted hit.
Like, fuck, man.
Because as psychotic as Bullseye is,
that dude killed everybody else but left that guy alive. The guy that snitched on Foggy. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. He wanted to know where you were. I'm sorry." So that dude lived?
Well, it's not confirmed that he lived, because the last sound that Foggy heard was a scuffle.
Oh no, yeah, he heard that, and then on the phone he tries to call back, and he's like,
yeah, like he's trying to
figure out where you were, and then he stops answering.
Yeah, and once he says that, if you wanted to know where you were, you hear the sounds of a scuffle, and that's when Foggy and Karen start panicking, trying to reach him back. And they're just standing around bewildered. Like, do I run? Do I call somebody? Do I send Matt? And that to me was the dumb shit. It's like, Foggy, you know who Matt is. And you know what he's capable of. You know your position in his life as the anchor to his humanity. Why didn't you just ask your roof hopping friend to do what his roof hopping ass does?
Yeah.
Like, can you go get some answers, or failing to get answers, go over there and beat some people's ass? Do a human snatch and grab. But I'm very curious to see what the connection of those cops and Frank Castle is, because that was definitely his symbol tattooed on dude's forearm.
Oh, the Punisher? Oh yeah. Go figure it was like, I don't want to say that, never mind. Go figure it was a cop, I guess, too.
Yeah. Like, Frank Castle working with cops in any capacity?
No. What this is like some MAGA stuff where people are just there's a bunch of people that are following this guy who did some crazy shit, and they're like, "Oh, I believe this guy. I'm gonna tattoo him on my arm like a little cult." And there you go. There's probably a bunch. I bet you there's a whole cell of these guys, like somewhere in the
Probably.
city, and we're gonna step with some foreshadowing in there. I feel like we're gonna see it.
I'm
Maybe
excited.
Maybe Punisher will come back and start dealing with those guys that are trying to do Punisher
Well,
shit.
we see
Yeah.
Frank come back in the trailers. We also see Matt have the balls to bitch slap Frank in his own home. So
That's wild.
we're gonna see how that
There's gonna
plays
be a
out.
fight.
That's gonna be a well deserved fight. Like you run up in Frank's own house, and he literally bitch slaps him. You- Man, if Frank Castle don't whoop your ass and leave you limping,
Like a redheaded stepchild.
son, leave you looking black and bloody like the devil of Hell's Kitchen for real. I did hear on one of the reviews somebody hopes to see Luke Cage because of the Harlem Nights Easter egg in Times Square.
Oh, I would love for Luke Cage to come back, but who is he now? He's almost like a kingpin type figure that took over Harlem Paradise. and is
Actually,
low-key,
yeah.
like,
He actually at the end of season 2, he decided to call himself Kingpin. He took over the name of Kingpin. He's the
oh,
Kingpin
he
of
actually
Harlem.
named himself that?
Yeah, he's the Kingpin of
damn.
Harlem.
That's literally who he dressed. He's literally who he dresses like and everything. It was crazy. I was like, man, this dude put on a full suit. Now he's just sitting up there like,
Yeah, he's looking dead ass like Wilson
his-
Fisk. Like the end of season 2 really took me by surprise, but it left me wanting more.
I was about to say maybe this is that Daredevil from the original Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck.
No, that would be nice. That would be nice. You know what would be wild if Ben Affleck decided to make a cameo in this series.
God,
That would be some wild shit.
what though?
Because it's Disney, Marvel, and the multiverse exists. Like it wouldn't be too far fetched for there to be an incursion in this.
Yeah, why not?
Like, why not?
I mean, they
Right?
have already. They did show Elektra. They did show Jennifer Garner as Elektra. So I mean, we do know.
But
that now that-
granted, they only showed her in Deadpool and Wolverine, which breaks
and
every
she's
fourth
in the
wall.
Void from a totally separate, destroyed.
She's not in the Void anymore. They're not in the Void anymore.
She's in
Remember?
the Void. Hey, you know. But speaking of that, who didn't they show at the end of the thing? They didn't show one character whenever they had everybody else. Like Gambit, was he there?
No, he's still in the
Who
Void.
didn't they show?
Gambit chose to stay in the Void. Blade, I believe,
Why?
is not in the Void anymore. I don't know. I don't think there is a place for Gambit. Not for
It's
that
because they
Gambit.
wanna make
No,
the
I
damn
mean,
Gambit
like-
movie.
no,
Stop
I mean,
playing
like,
with our
in-
emotions.
No, I mean like in the already existing mythos. Like if we're talking in universe as the TVA, I don't think they have a place for that Gambit. They don't. The TVA doesn't even know how that Gambit got there in the first place. That Gambit doesn't even know how he got there. Nobody. He's an anomaly in the entire thing.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah,
knows
did
how
say
he
that.
got
He's
there.
like,
Yeah,
I
he just
woke up here one day.
yeah he just woke up there one day. He was born. Like for all context purposes, he was born there.
Man, that's crazy.
We also didn't see what happened with Blade, so it is high key probable that he was one of the ones released from the Void, and it would also be understandable why you don't see him at the dinner table.
Yeah. Because you didn't. That's why I was curious. I saw
You
that
never
first
do.
one. I was like, where the hell? It's like, where's he at?
You never do. Blade don't do dinner table.
There, man.
Yeah, Blade don't do dinner table. He don't do the family dinner. He's out working
Oh, Blade,
as
yeah,
much as
no.
he can. Blade is Jamaican, bro. Blade is Jamaican. He's a Jamaican American. Blade is Jamaican American. Like actual comic continuity, and actually character continuity. Bump comic character continuity. He's Jamaican American. His mom is full blooded Jamaican, and she was impregnated and turned by an American vampire. Oh,
Oh, about
but
time to wrap this sucker up, guys. Well,
yeah,
thank y'all for definitely hanging out with us for almost 3 hours. It's not a bad.
not a bad first
without
episode back.
overrun there. No.
Covered a lot. We still got more to cover.
Yes, we're
Drop us some
definitely gonna
comments.
talk about, next thing we're definitely going to be hopping into back into Invincible. I just have to catch up. That's my
Yeah.
bad. I'll take care of that.
And if you're on Twitch, don't forget to catch the replay on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, drop us a comment. We're workshopping the name, but also let us know what you're looking forward to this year in your fandom, in your specific fandom. Let us know what your fandom is. Let us know what you're excited for.
And definitely, if y'all feel like we missed a certain point in a certain discussion that we had today, and you want to add to it or want us to continue on it or anything like that, let us know.
We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have some conversations. We read every comment. We answer DMs. I am your host, KB. This is Shiny Forehead as Emo Blake. And these beats and vibes are brought to you by Stream Beats by Harris Heller and Senpai Entertainment.
Oh, I was listening to some totally other shit. That's why.
The stream approved
Go,
beats
man.
and vibes are brought to you by Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Thank you so much, Harris. We had to have we may have to have a discussion about those hair implants because it look like straight up doll hair. But yeah, thank you for these beats. Love you, man. Just do something about that doll hair.
When do we say we're coming back here? Are we doing this weekly? Yeah, getting back to this weekly.
Next week might be pre-recorded. Our next episode might be pre-recorded. I wanted to do this one live, definitely as a first episode back. But I want to try and do some more scripted stuff. At least a scripted episode. At least a scripted episode. I think we're only going to do maybe 8 episodes this season. Because 3 hours is a lot of editing.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if there are 3 hours long, that shouldn't be an issue.
But there's also no telling, because if it's just me and you, we get to run it off at the tangent, so it's no telling.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, this has been the Punny Side. I'm KB. This is Blake. This is also the Punny Side podcast, brought to you by KB Productions. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you on the next one.